Hello and welcome to another episode of One Shot. Today's episode is going to continue from the previous episode, so please watch that and the other previous ones before that, because this is one long project that we're doing and we're focusing on one face. At the moment, we are using this photo reference as a key reference point. That's the whole point of photo references, I guess. And yeah, today's episode is going to be focusing on eyebrows, and a surprisingly detailed episode. I surprised myself, in fact. It's roughly just over 10 minutes long, so it's not too bad. Let me know what you guys think of this episode and what you think of the series. Really enjoyed the feedback that I'm getting so far. It's very constructive and very helpful, and I thank you a lot. So enjoy this episode, and yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, hello, this is the process portion of the video. I'm doing this part before the introduction, which is a norm. I don't know why I've said that. So I'm sure I said hello and all that stuff, and basically even we're going to be using the same photo reference, which is the Beyoncé picture, just to get an idea of eyebrow shape. So yeah, we're gonna try and use surface pressure, like so. It's not doing it again. I don't know what's wrong. There you go. Maybe I was too harsh. Yeah, almost. It's a bit thick there, doesn't matter, we can sort that out later. But yeah, the reason why I was silent during that whole thing that I just did, because previously I did this and it took absolutely ages, because I kept on going wrong. So let me just explain what I've just done. I've basically created a guide for what I'm going to be doing, basically. So I have a shape that's quite pleasant. If you look, it looks quite cool-ish, as cool as an eyebrow can be, and it's similar to the actual photo reference, which is nice. And the positioning of it is okay, I guess. I'm just going to find out now. I'm going to basically start from here and draw a line roughly up. So this is the portion where I think it's correct for this piece itself. I'm looking at the photo reference and this is the location it does start the actual eyebrow, so that's cool. And then going from here, this point, and just drawing a line up, and yes, that's fine as well. So I think that makes sense for this piece. And the reason why I draw these little guidelines on the video, and I'm not sure if you're like me, but personally I have an issue with getting the eyebrows in the right position and the shape of it. So that's why I initially did the arc with the nose and stuff in the actual initial episode for this project. Excuse me. I think that was episode 2 or 3. I'll link it up at the bottom. So let me just concentrate. Almost. Yeah, I don't know, but it is very tricky using surface pressure. I'm starting this side because I'm left-handed and the camera's in the way, so I can't really do much else. So I'm starting thin and then going thick, and then just trying to adhere to the line that I created before, and it's almost there. We're getting the top shape, which is interesting, and I think it's symmetrical almost. It's quite a thick eyebrow, but we can remedy anything that is not 100% at this point later as we can continue this process. So we are going to actually put the hair in now. This is just a guide, remember, so we're going to start quite loose at the starting points here. And I think that's true for most eyebrows. It's that you can see kind of the skin color a lot more at the start here, and it gets very, very collected at this point, so we can just draw that in without worrying about the hair too much on that side. So yeah, we're just filling it in by creating very short and quick lines, curving to, oh god, I just spat on my screen. Apologies for that, that's not very good. It's me frothing at the mouth using this app because I love it so much. Very disgusting, sorry. Yeah, so we're curving the... Basically, eyebrows are different per person. We know this. We have seen faces before. But for this example, and it's quite a general example of how a nice eyebrow looks. I promise I am not drunk. I don't know why I can't speak. I'm pretty tongue-tied in this episode. But yeah, it starts quite loose at the bottom, and then it's very, very dark at the top. And that's regardless of lighting most of the time. I guess looking at the photo reference again just now, eyebrows are weird, to be honest, but I think the basic idea is correct of what I'm doing right now, but it depends on the actual eyebrow that you're looking at or thinking about. And it's a trivial thing. It's an eyebrow, big deal. Why make a whole video about an eyebrow? It's because I think it's important, you know. Eyebrows are quite powerful, even though they seem quite trivial, because a raised eyebrow totally gives a different impression to an eyebrow that's not raised, as far as expressions are concerned. So there you go, there's one point. The other point is, if you have weird eyebrows, then you just look weird. So okay, so I think I've gone a bit too thick on the intended parts that wasn't meant to be that thick. So I'm going to go over portions of the starting again with a skin tone, just to make it a bit thinner. And then we're going to go back to the black and then introduce the black a little bit more, just to balance it out a little bit. And there you go, you can see, I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but it's not as extreme at the start with the amount of hairs. I'm just going to put a bit more in, a bit more skin tone. But then as it goes on in the shape, it gets thicker and thicker, and then you can see less of the skin underneath, and then it just becomes hair. So we'll try and reciprocate and do it on this side using the black again, and it's purely dependent on the actual subject that you are using for your piece of work. So it's not always going to be black hair, but for this piece I am using a black. Okay, I had an issue with the pencil for some reason, and it wasn't drawing on here. So I cut a little bit out because it was absolutely stupid and it wouldn't have helped. But yes, we continue on our quest to create a pleasant eyebrow. So yes, I'm just doing the same thing I did in the first one, keeping it quite tight at top and quite loose underneath. And doing this quite like this, like within the loop, is quite dangerous as well, because you'll get so far into a section of the picture that you just forget the actual piece as a whole. So I advise, as a tip, to keep on checking like this and just kind of taking it in and making sure things aren't looking totally weird. And at the moment, the thing that is looking weird to me is these eyebrows are really, really close together. So I might need to cool it a little bit and just introduce some skin tone in again and shape the eyebrow a bit so it doesn't look like her eyebrows are so close. We'll do that now. I don't know what's happening there. Okay. Right, yeah, so these are quite close eyebrows, aren't they? So we will get a skin tone. And I've got these tones that seem to work from years of mixing color on the palette. Sometimes it doesn't work, as you can see. I've just kind of proved something against what I was going to say, but these colors I kind of keep all the time. I don't really mix new ones too often because I don't find it necessary for each and every piece. I just refer to these ones that I already have being trusty colors. But there are times, but skin tones and the reds that I use are pretty much red for the lips, mainstays in the palette. And I'm sure you guys that use paper figured the same, because it's just another obstacle coming up with a new palette. And I did not mute the audio on my laptop again. I will never learn. But yes, it's fun. Okay, this video is going on for a bit of time and we're just focusing on eyebrows. I think I'm almost done. I might just give it a bit more of a realistic flex by, well, not real, well, I don't know, the style of it is a bit not correct. I can't speak again. Just get some hair to kind of pop out like this. I think it doesn't make them bushy, it just makes them a bit more real. It's not as clean. I think that adds to the look. But I'm sure by now, at this point, you get what I'm trying to do. And I might revisit these eyebrows again, because there will be a video with me tweaking sections. But yeah, I think that's it. That is it. We have done eyebrows. Yay. Okay, so hopefully this video was informative in some way. It's very, very detailed for such a small part of the face, but I think it is important. I said that before, but I do think it's important. And yeah, so there you go, eyebrows. The next thing that we're going to focus on is the lips, so that'll be exciting. So yeah, so there you go. And like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff that you love doing and you need to do more of, please. And recommend to your friends, maybe follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That would be really cool. And Facebook, like my Facebook page. All those details are in the description section of the YouTube page. And yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Or bye. I don't say enthusiastic byes, do I? Sorry. Bye. There you go.